Hello and welcome back to the Ben Mark Photography Podcast. Today I'm with Emma Moorcroft, who has not only surprised me, but also been one of those people who has completely just pushed themselves so far out of their comfort zone and now is doing the same for many other clients. So I think she's a great example of someone who worked hard and pushed herself to be someone that she thought she could be. And that's why I wanted on today's podcast. So welcome along, Emma.
Hi Ben, and it's Emma J, just for
Emma
correction.
J, sorry. Sorry. I'm terrible at getting it perfect. So, how are you?
I'm all good, thank you. It's taken a while to get on, but we're finally here.
I know the last time there's building works going on, Wi-Fi issues, but hey, that's what the business world's like. Is just kind of putting up with it and getting on with it, and making it happen. So give
We
give
made
us a
it.
little bit of an insight to Emma J.
So, Emma J, I am 30 years old. I'm from South Wales, near Cardiff, if you can't already tell by the accent. I'm a women's health and fitness coach. You probably have a lot of these on, but I like to think I'm a little bit different. I help women just be their best selves, be confident, get them in the gym, get them feeling as though they can do something which they've never been able to do before. And that's kind of my ethos, just getting women confident as fuck. Am I okay to swear? I do
Incredible.
apologise.
I'm over it already.
Yeah, so that's me.
So obviously we've been working together for must be just over a year now. Is it? Is it two?
A
It
bit
might be
longer
2
than
years.
you, I think. I think
No,
we're
it must. Yeah, it
approaching,
must be.
yeah,
Must be about 18 months, 16 months, something like that.
yeah, about that.
I can't remember now. How terrible was that? It's been a long morning already, as you can tell. Um, so why did you initially kind of want to get like kind of content done and move into the direction of being out there a lot more?
Yeah, so I think I followed you for years. I'm going to go back to about 2016. Um, so I followed you for a long time before I became a coach, and you've always done amazing content. And you actually messaged me back in 2016. I don't know if you remember, just
That's
asking if I
right.
wanted to do a photo shoot. And you did. And I thought, who is this guy? And I don't think I replied initially. And he's going back through his Instagram now.
I'm gonna have to have a look now. Now you say it.
Yeah, it was quite some time ago. And I thought, who is this guy? And I wasn't that confident back then. I trained, I enjoyed, training and eating well. But a photo shoot wasn't really something that was on my horizon at that point. Anyway, flash forward quite a number of years, and Ben, or did I reach out to Ben? I think I reached out to Ben this time, and we had a call, and I spoke to Ben because his content was amazing. And I, at the time, was going through a bit of a journey myself. I was intending on competing, and then I didn't because of COVID. And I wanted my photo shoot to represent my physique whilst I was competing. But because of COVID, that wasn't the case. I was probably at my most unhappiest in my body, my most self conscious, most shy, I guess. And I think I cancelled on Ben about 3 times until we got the shoot booked in. And he was like, right, Emma, you just need to do it. You just need to get in front of the camera and just believe yourself. And the entire time leading up to the photo shoot, I was thinking, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I think it took about an hour to get a cracker smile out of me in that first photo shoot. Uh, and he was like, come on, just pull yourself up. And I did it. And something happened in that first photo shoot that kind of made me think, wow, I can do this. That is me. And I might not be super lean. I might not have abs. I might not look a certain way, but that is me. And I feel really, really confident. And since that first photo shoot, which was back in 2020, yeah, something has just sparked inside of me that just makes me feel confident no matter what shape or size I am. And I want that to be represented in my content. Like, I like training hard and I like showcasing that, but you're never going to look a certain way at every, you know, all throughout the year. You're always going to look different. And that's what I love about the shoots. They represent the changes in your physique, the changes in your mindset, the changes in your confidence. And every time you do one, you're not just different physically, but you're different mentally. And I like to think that comes across in the content as well. That's a long-winded answer, but that's why.
Generally, it was really interesting listening to you speak then, because the girl that I met on that first shoot sounded nothing like the girl that's just spoken then.
Yeah.
Like I remember it was almost like you're almost like scared of seeing your potential.
Yeah, completely agree. And I brought my boyfriend along with me at the time as well because I was scared. I was just so shy and I felt he was like kind of like my comfort blanket. And since
Have you
then, I
told
think
him
I've
that?
done, I haven't told him that, no. And I think since then, all my shoots I've done by myself because I feel confident to do so, because you bring that out in me. I don't need him there to bring that out in me because that is me now. And I don't need someone to make me confident because that is me.
That's amazing. And so, obviously, you've been on a hell of a journey. You competed.
Hmm.
Obviously, I've seen you numerous times through different business areas of like kind of growth and change and like looking to do different things. Like, as a person, ignore the business, ignore everything else. What do you think about yourself now compared to what you thought about yourself when we met?
Yeah, I, it might sound big-headed, but I do love myself. And I think that is super important because if you don't love you, how can you expect other people to love you? How can you expect other people to buy into you, buy into your business? Just as you said, without the business, without the fitness, if you don't think highly of yourself, then what is the point in portraying this fake confidence? Because people will see through it. And I like to think that I've self-developed myself internally, so my mindset is as good as what I believe it is. And yes, there's elements of doubt, but I know that I work hard. I turn up for myself. I turn up for my clients, my friends, my family. And if I'm constantly working on me, then every aspect of my life is going to be great, basically.
It's amazing. It's good. I just looked back, it was 2018 when we first spoke.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Well, I think I've been following you since before 2018.
it's interesting. Just it was very much like, thank you for following my page. Have you ever done anything like this? And then ghosted. Nothing.
I'm so
Just
sorry.
left in the blue. And then just a genuine, thanks for following my page again. Thank you for the likes. No worries. You have great content. There it was, the start of a conversation that led on to, what, 5, 6 photo shoots now?
Yeah, quite a few. And I've even booked my partner in for a photo shoot as well. So I like to think Ben is doing something amazing.
He must be doing something right. He's, I'm waiting for him to go, right, I've been told that you're going to be good at this. Make me feel like that. And I said, go and put your bikini on. So talk to me a little bit more about like where like obviously you've had massive progress in your business. You've changed a lot as a person. I know you've obviously had some amazing client transformations. Where do you see yourself going? Oh, okay, it sounds like a job interview, but like, where do you see this person now? Because I remember like you saying that when we went and did, was it your Cardiff shoot? Did we meet in
Hmm.
Cardiff?
Yeah.
Like you were telling me like where you worked and everything like that. Like, how does your vision of where you're going now feel compared to where you were before? Like when you were looking at like, I'm going to go on this journey. I want to be an online coach. I'm going to venture out. I'm going to go through all of this stuff. Like, how does that feel to be, with the different mindset now of how you've got like where you're going? And also, what do you think is the next thing? Like, what do you think's more out of you?
Yeah. So, first of all, I think what you taught me, anything is possible. And you have to believe in yourself. When I first met you, I didn't think my business would be as good as what it is. And I think I lacked that confidence in myself and my business. But over the sort of the last 2 years, I think what's changed is that self belief. So with my business now, I do want to grow. I want to make it bigger. I want to be known as someone who transforms women's lives, but I also want to be able to work not just with me, myself, but bring on more coaches and being able to target more areas of the UK, of the globe, and just get as many women on board, just feeling their absolute best. This isn't something I thought was possible going back 2 years ago. I never even imagined this would be a thought that would even crop
Where
into my
was you
head.
2 years ago?
2 years ago, it was just February 2 years ago, my entire business was just to face. yeah, I'm just trying to think back. Sorry, it's completely running back through my mind now. So I was working with about all class-based and personal training out of my garage. I worked with a couple of
Emma,
online
Emma,
clients.
just start again? I think the internet went a bit funny then. So just say where you were like 2 years ago, and then we'll cut this bit out. The internet suddenly stopped and you're like, blah, blah, blah.
Cool. So, oh, damn it. So 2 years ago, it was just before COVID hit. I was working out of my garage in my house and freezing cold, starting work at 6 o'clock in the morning and sometimes finishing at 10 o'clock at night, trying to just fit clients in. And I was doing about 6 classes a week, working about 70 women. So I was working with a lot of women, but just through training, not really doing a lot of mindset work, not really doing a lot of anything aside from training, really. And I was run ragged. And 2 years ago, I was going to get a bit deep now. My dad passed away in about 10 days time. It'd be to the 2 year anniversary, and I was so run ragged with my business, and I didn't get the opportunity to be as much there as what I wanted to be for my dad. And I just knew there was a different way, and it upsets me even just thinking about what I missed out on in those past few months. And even though I was there so much, I just feel as though I could have been there so much more. And when lockdown hit, my dad passed away and everything just carried on as it was. I got even more busy because everything went online via Zoom, classes on Zoom rather than face to face. And rather than teaching them, obviously I was doing them. So I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. And I remember just saying to my partner, there's got to be another way. And then a couple of months later, I joined my first business mentorship and my entire business just shifted. It blew up within a couple of months and everything went online via online coaching. So no more Zooms, but it was all helping women succeed via mindset work, helping them with their nutrition, helping them with their training, just globally. And from that point onwards, I haven't looked back. Although I didn't have that self-belief, clearly people did. They had that belief in me. Clearly people could see, what I was trying to achieve. And that must have come across in what I was trying to, showcase on my profile. And then, yeah, I met you. And I have to say, Ben, a lot of what you do did ignite a fire in me. And I am where I am now. And I'm super proud of my business. I have more time freedom. I have more time to spend with my family, my friends. I'm taking my mum away next month because I'm able to, because I have the luxury built to take my business wherever I want. My mum's just come out of quite severe surgery in the past 2 weeks, and I'm able to spend time with her. I'm able to do a lot more with her, something I wasn't able to do with my dad. And that fills me with joy that I can do that.
That's amazing. They're quite a roller coaster, eh?
Yeah, just a bit. I don't think 2 years ago I ever envisioned I would be where I was now. Put it that way.
What would you say to... There's probably someone listening out there that's kind of potentially followed you or seen your stuff or been following me and just coming across your stuff. What's the 2 or 3 bits that you would really do differently? Or what's the 2 or 3 things that you would either change for yourself or just do differently? Other than your dad's situation, like obviously, as you just said, you would have spent more time with him, but like, what action would you take differently now if you were to relive, let's say, the last 3 to 5 years?
Take risks, because if you don't take that risk, you'll never know. If you've got a thought, a dream, a vision, just roll with it, because if you don't, you'll just be stuck in the same position. We're not trees. We're not meant to be stuck in the same position. We're meant to move and grow. Self-care. Now, I never used to do a lot of self-care. Self-care to me would be thinking, oh, I've got to have a hot bath. Not the case. So taking actual time out of the business, taking time away from my business, because if my cup's not full, if I'm not feeling on point or good in myself, I can't give to my clients. I can't give to other people. The weekend just gone, I went to London, I visited family, and it was lovely because I knew I was able to take a couple of days away from my business without thinking, oh shit, it's all going to fall apart, because I invest the time back in my business when it needs to be there and learn. educate yourself, roll onto those courses, do as much as you can to develop yourself, because unless you're putting back into the business, it's not going to grow. I've done so many courses over the past 2 years, which I thought maybe I couldn't have done, or maybe I couldn't have invested in before, but I have, because I trust myself and I know my business is going in the right way. And you just have to believe yourself.
With obviously, like, I know that some of the stuff that you've invested in and so on like that, like looking at it now, does that feel as scary looking back at what you invested into it? Or do you feel like actually you'd do it all again and pay double if it was the cost of how you feel today?
Oh, 10 times over. I would invest sooner if I knew how much I would feel about myself right now, how amazing my business would have been. But I think it's always that element of being scared, because if you don't step outside of your comfort zone and said you're going to stay in the same place, and it's just stepping outside, even if it's just that 1% or taking that first step, that is when that chain reaction starts. And I just wish I did it sooner. It's always that cliche of do it sooner, but you've just got to do it and just believe in yourself.
What do you think, like, obviously I know the people that you talk to, and obviously, like, obviously even Katie, like, you guys put you guys in touch when it was coming up to shoot, but like, how have you found, like, because a lot of people think, oh, online, I'll just be stuck behind a laptop, I'll never talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, how have you found the network side of actually moving to being an online coach?
You know what? I was talking to my partner about this the other day, and I love the community of like-minded women that are around me. The women I've met through my business mentor, women I've met outside of that, even through you as well. It is a special bond. I know that sounds very like gooey and mushy, but we all kind of do the same thing but differently. And having that network around you really helps. A year ago, I met Katie for the first time, and we regularly have catch ups now face to face. We don't just do business together, we do social together as well. And I think that's what helps keep you going. It's nice to have a sounding board with knowing someone else is there and doing something similar. I've got so many women like minded who are developing their businesses and help push me as well, because I think it can be easy to get caught up thinking, oh, she's a coach, she's my competitor. I can't share ideas with her, she's my competitor, but not the case at all. And I think women need to do more of that as well. They need to support each other, themselves and businesses. And that's how we all grow together. We might be doing the same job, but we've all got different messages. We've all got different ways of doing things, and people buy people. They don't buy a product, they buy the person, and then they invest in that person. And that's what's great about the community, is that you can all build each other up and support each other.
That's awesome. That's really good. I asked someone this the other day, and I'm going to throw it to you. Okay, I'm going to throw you a couple of questions again.
Here we go.
What is the best bit about Emma J?
Ooh, that's a really hard question. I would say the best part about me, and probably the trait that I need to work on a bit more as well, I like to please people, and I like to make sure they are happy and they have everything they need. And from another person's perspective, that is amazing. I'm always there to give, always there to help out where someone needs me, go above and beyond. Sometimes that can be my downfall, because I do stretch myself a bit too thin, but I do like to give. And I think that comes across in my business and the women I coach, because they know I'm not just there as their coach, I'm there as their friend, someone they can come to. And yeah, I think that's the best bit about me.
How much of your business is fitness? How much of it's mindset?
Oh God, it's probably 99.9% mindset. People come to me thinking they need a training plan. They think they need nutrition, but that's not what they need. They need to rewire their internal thoughts. You're not just dropping body fat. Yes, they come to me because they need to lose 2 stone, or they want to lose 2 stone. And more often than not, I say, you're not just dropping 2 stone, you're rewiring how you think for the past 30 years. You need to change that internal dialogue. You need to change how you speak to yourself, which is what I try and practice myself. And if you don't change the way you speak to yourself, you can't expect those actions to actually be implemented. You have to talk positively to yourself the same way as you talk to a friend. And that's what I try to get across to my clients. The more positive you are in the way you speak to yourself, the more positive your life will be, and those results will come.
That's awesome. If you were to sit on the end of your bed
Mm-hmm.
and think about the one thing that you would change in your life to improve it, however tough it was, what would that one thing be?
What do I need to improve? I would probably say, although I preach about this all the time to my clients, work-life balance, because I will get up super early and I'll also go to bed quite late some nights. And although I love it, absolutely love what I do, I know that's not healthy. It's not healthy to be, I suppose, obsessed with your business. You need to be obsessed with your business to make it work, but you also do need to take that time back for yourself. And I need to practice doing that a lot more for myself. And I suppose be obsessed with knowing that my business will survive and be okay if I'm not in it 200% of the day. That's probably what I would change.
Good. I'll remember to catch up on that in a couple of weeks again. Have you changed it?
Yeah, please don't ask me that in a couple of weeks.
Like, oh, don't. But that's also what we're here for, hey?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not the first time we've had conversations like this. What does Ben Mott Photography mean to you?
Oh, Ben, you mean so much. What do you mean? For me and for my clients, I suppose you're a gateway really, Ben, for self-belief and self-confidence because yes, people come to you for photographs, but the meaning behind that photograph is so much more. And this is what I get across to my clients. It doesn't matter what you look like in that photo because it's all about how you felt about that photo. No one knows the struggles behind that photos. Maybe you've dieted, maybe you've done some more cardio, etc. But the work you put in yourself internally, that's what that photo means. And you can look at that photo and think, hey, when that photo was taken, I worked so hard on my self-belief, I worked so hard on my confidence, and that's what that photo shows. And that's what you mean to me, Ben. You help me with my self-confidence, you help me with building my business. Just by taking a photo, it can change your life.
That was a caption. No one's ever said that. It's brilliant. If you weren't doing fitness, what would you do?
Good question. If I wasn't doing fitness, sorry, I'm just plugging my charger in so you don't lose me. There we go. If I wasn't doing fitness, I would probably be a actress. I would probably be a presenter, whether that be in sport. Something I always wanted to do was to become a Welsh TV presenter or a Welsh actress. Something I still have in the back of my mind, and it might be something that I pursue at some point in the future. As I said, whether that be sport, I don't know, but yeah, I would probably be in the TV world.
Amazing. Right.
I like to think.
You've done incredible things for your clients. I know that you've challenged yourself and had to overcome a lot. We've obviously had some very good chats over the time. What would you say to yourself 3 years ago?
What would I say to myself 3 years ago? Do you know, the funny thing is, I wasn't actually in my business 3 years ago. My 3-year anniversary is this August. So 3 years ago, just thinking back to where I was, I wish I'd taken the plunge sooner. I got to rock bottom before I decided I needed my career change. And even prior to 3 years sooner, I wish I'd just taken the plunge because I'm so happy. I bring happiness to a lot of women. And if I could have done that 3 years, 10 years ago, I wish I'd done it. So it's just taking that leap when you first get that idea, that first dream, because that dream will become a reality and you just have to believe in yourself.
Preach it, sister. We need a bit of like gospel music behind us. Where can the good people find you?
At Emma J Moorcroft. You can also find me on Ben's page as well. I'm sure he's reshared some of my stuff or photos in the past year.
So, no, honestly, thank you very much for working with me, investing into supporting my family as well.
You're welcome. I wouldn't change it for the world.
And it's amazing that we still get to do this to more people and help more people. So generally from me, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being and investing and believing and challenging yourself, because it's only being around people like yourself that has enabled me to give my son and my family a better future. So genuinely,
amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So happy to be part of that.
So look, I love you and leave you. I'm seeing you again soon, aren't I?
2 weeks.
There it is. I knew it was soon. Thank you very much. People, go and check her out on Instagram, Emma J. And yes, I hope you all have an amazing day. And Emma, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. See you soon, Ben. Bye.
Ciao.